From the mystery of serial killers, sacrificial cults, witches, to an alternate universe to prevent curses from coming to fruition, I mean, what better change could we expect than the bright flash of light coming a comet and bringing the strange revelation of what had been happening in the dark days before the comet, under the same universe or an alternate one? Well, imagine getting back to high school life and there's only one character able to remember anything before the comet. There must really be a lot of questions going on in your mind. The missing links, or better still, call it the loose ends. These are the 6 burning questions Riverdale needs to answer in the final season. And the first, probably the most common, is Riverdale 1955 an alternate universe? Now, I don't know about you, but after that wild season of alternate universes, Riverdale, anything is possible. But here's the million-dollar question. Are our fave gang trapped in 1955, or did they get sucked into an entirely different universe? It's left ambiguous, so who knows? And get this, people, did you guys ever wonder if the gang was sent to a Riverdale universe inspired by the comics? You know, the one where the Archie comics were based. And with Cheryl saving Riverdale from Bailey's comet, it leaves room for possibilities. If a bomb could create a gap between universes, then a comet hitting the town could send the whole squad into a different dimension. Crazy, right? But hey, let's be real. The writers love to keep us guessing, and I'm all here for it. Who knows what they have in store for us next? Time travel? Alternate universes? Or maybe they'll finally reveal who the Gargoyle King is. One thing's for sure, we can't wait to find out. And while you think about that, this next question will confuse your timeline. By the way, is Riverdale 1955 the sweet hereafter? As we all know, in Chapter 107, The Fog, Tabitha predicted that the gang would defeat Percival in only 2 out of 1,384 outcomes. And guess what? In both those outcomes, Jughead died. Yep, you heard it right, folks. His death was a fixed point in all timelines. But hold on, there's more to this story. Jughead paid a visit to the sweet hereafter in Chapter 114, The Witches of Riverdale. And guess what it looked like? Pop's chocolate shop from the 1950s. That's right, folks. Jughead is the only one who knows that Riverdale is trapped in 1955 and at the end of Chapter 117, Night of the Comet. Now, whether the town was saved from destruction or not, Jughead could have died at some point, and the town set in 1955 is his version of the afterlife. But hey, stranger things have happened in this town, right? But wait, don't lose hope yet, people. Season 7 has some exciting news for all the Jughead fans out there. He's teaming up with Tabitha, also known as Riverdale's guardian angel, to bring the town back to the present. And then, now that we have talked about Percival, I know what you're thinking. And if you ask about his sense of responsibility, and that might just lead us to the next question that the final season must address. Is Percival responsible? So in the last season, we saw the interdimensional sorcerer being sent to hell with Mr. Cypher. But wait, hold on to your wands, folks, because it's not over yet. Thanks to the powerful Tabitha and her chronokinesis, Percival was trapped in a time before he even made his deal with Cypher. And my oh my, did he get what he deserved, engulfed in hellfire. But hold up, before he went down in flames, he muttered a spell that supposedly sent Bailey's comet Riverdale's way. But what if this spell had more to it than meets the eye? Now, in the first season of Episode 7, titled Chapter 118, Don't Worry, Darling, we get a reference to the 2022 movie where an idyllic experimental community in the 1950s is revealed to be controlled by something sinister. Could this be a clue that Percival is not gone for good? Could it be that he's behind the gang being trapped in 1955? I don't know about you guys, but my mind is blown right now. What do you think? Could Percival still be lurking in the shadows? And even as you think about this $1 million million question. Do you remember Julian the doll? You better do, because this next question should be addressed. Oh no! Julian Blossom, the human? Remember that creepy old doll lurking around Thistle House, possessed by Cheryl and Jason's triplet? Yeah, you got it. That doll has come to life in Season 7. According to Deadline, Nicholas Barish will be playing Julian Blossom, and he's described as your typical high school red-headed bully. He's preppy, he's rich, and he's entitled, people. And let me tell you, he's an antagonist to all our teen characters, especially Archie. Sounds like a Blossom to me. Now, Julian the doll was chucked out by Cheryl back in Season 4, but surprisingly enough, he made a comeback in Season 6 to become a vessel for Abigail Blossom's spirit. And now, in Season 7, he's back yet again, and this time as a human. Talk about intriguing, right? And wait, there's more. Julian is referred to as Cheryl's twin brother in Season 7, stealing Jason's coveted title. Now that's a plot twist. So what do we make of all this, folks? Who is Julian Blossom? And what is his connection to the Blossom family? These stories about Julian automatically leads us to the next question. What exactly happened to Jason Blossom? I mean, what's the deal with Jason? He's missing again! In Chapter 114, The Witches of Riverdale, Cheryl managed to bring back her twin brother from the dead. I mean, talk about sibling goals, am I right? But hold up, something's not right here. Jason seems to have not landed in 1955 with the rest of the gang. Now, when Jason came back, it was like a scene from a movie, a happy reunion with a long-lost family member. But here's the thing, Jason's murder rocked the town in the first season, and it greatly affected Cheryl's character development. So why would the writers take him away so quickly? Well, hold your horses, folks. Here's what I think. Since the writers are trying to come full circle, maybe they're trying to bring everything back to where it all began. I mean, Jason's murder reverberated throughout the series, so maybe his disappearance is a way of closing the loop. But let's not forget that this is Riverdale we're talking about. You never know what's going to happen next. Maybe Jason's disappearance is a red herring, or maybe he's lost in the time loop. Who knows? Last but not least, we need to ask whether Hiram Lodge will return or not. I mean, what kind of send-off would Season 7 be without him? Am I right? As you all know, last season, Veronica put out a hit on Dear Old Daddy and Riverdale's notorious troublemaker. But hold on a minute, guys. Let's not forget that the dead don't always stay dead in this town. We spent a considerable amount of time last season exploring Veronica's guilt and grief over her father's demise. But hey, this is Riverdale, people. It's not a typical town, and things don't always go according to plan. The town and its residents have been transported back in time, and it's anyone's guess who might make a comeback, and that includes our favorite villain, Hiram Lodge. The final season is upon us, and anything can happen, folks. Who knows? Hiram could return with some other familiar and not-so-friendly faces. So, are you excited about the final season? What do you think is in store for us? Let us know in the comments below, and stay tuned, my friends, for more exciting updates on Riverdale. Cheers!